there guys and girls, this is Pixel and today I've got a very exciting video for you. It's an idea that I thought of a long time ago and I'm finally getting around to doing it, and that is 20 things you should know before playing Rocket League. The Rocket League community keeps expanding with hundreds of thousands of people playing Rocket League at one time, so I thought I'd give some of the newcomers to Rocket League a few things that they should know before delving into what could be a bit of a slippery slope. Before I get into this, I just want to give a massive shout out to GamerLink for sponsoring this video and of course the few videos in the past. GamerLink, if you don't know, it is a worldwide app that you can go in there, you can trade with people on Rocket League, you can talk to people about Rocket League, you can talk to people about different games, you can find people using beacon searches and particular hashtags to look for players that you want, like with particular attributes. Say if you want a player that has a microphone that's say bronze rank in Rocket League, you can use those hashtags and find someone to team up with and play in Rocket League. They've also introduced a new group messaging app which is very useful, and if you use the link in the description below, and only if you use the link in the description, will you be able to get a custom Pixel Army badge, just as a little thank you from them. You can also find me on there. My name is Pickapixel, so install the app and you can add me. We can try and have some fun. But without any further delay, let's get into the 20 things you should know before playing Rocket League. There are of course many others. These are just some that came to mind. Now the first one is that it will seem impossible the very first time you play it. I remember playing Rocket League the first time. It was on a laptop, so the graphics weren't great. I was using keyboard and mouse, and after the first game I played, because I didn't want to do training, I wanted to get into the game quickly and get into the action, and I almost uninstalled the game then and there because of how difficult it was. But trust me, take your time, learn the controls. You will obviously get better, but at first it will be seemingly impossible, especially if you watch YouTubers like Jayza who just, you know, freestyles like it's nothing. You know, it will make you feel a bit bad, but you will get there. Assuming that you did push through that first step of getting past the impossible stage, I can 99% guarantee you will get addicted to the game at some point, whether that's the gameplay aspect, the trading aspect, or even just training or anything like that. You will get addicted at some point. It happens with everyone that plays Rocket League, more or less. Number 3 is something that I know all too well, and that is that buying keys to use them to open crates is not profitable. Like, say you buy 100 keys, the chances of you getting 100 keys worth of stuff back in the 100 crates you open are very, very low. So the best way to get profit in Rocket League, which I did mention in a trading video ages ago, is to actually just buy the keys, wait for the trade lock to run out, and then buy items and sell them for more than you bought them for. That's the best way to make profit. To open crates, it's very unlikely you'll make a profit. I felt a bit good when I was very new to the game, when I did all-star training or I played against all-star bots. Now, spoiler alert, the all-star training isn't actually that difficult. I would say last season, all-star training is kind of like late prospect, early challenger level, which is not all-star level. All-star was, of course, all-star rank. So if you're silver or even bronze, you'd have a fair shot at getting the all-star training down. So it may sound good, but that's just because Rookie is genuinely... They might as well have no bots there on Rookie, if you know what I mean. Ranked competitive 1v1s will be frustrating no matter what rank you are. Okay, whether you're Bronze 1 or whether you're Champion, it will frustrate you because there are games where you feel like you should have won and you don't, and that genuinely is just one of the most frustrating things about Rocket League because there's no one else you can assign blame to except psionics, but we'll get to that, and it's frustrating. It is really frustrating. The next one on the list is that you are not as good as you think you are. There is always someone better. Okay? Everyone has it when they play Rocket League. I've had it. You get in a bit of a good streak. You maybe win a few games back to back and you think, yeah, I'm really good at this game, but you're not. You are not as good as you think you are. Even if you are lagging in the game, no one will believe you. Some people might even see a 988 McDonald's Wi-Fi ping and still not believe that you're lagging. Next one is sad but true, and that is that people will try and scam you. People have tried to scam me. There are loads of methods. I'm not going to go into the methods of scamming, but be wary. If you do get into trading or get on the black market, people will try and scam you, so watch out. Like the duplication glitch, other things like that. As far as I know, the duplication glitch does not work, so don't believe anyone when they say that. Because anyway, even if it does work, all you're doing is cheating. So please don't get scammed. The next one. There's a bug on my curtain. Oh, man. Got him. Why do some bugs have, like, glittery bronze blood? That's so weird. Bronze, just like the rank I should be in. The next one. You will lose a lot. I don't think there are many players, even the very best, that have a win percentage of over about 70%. Like, 7 out of 10 wins is a lot, especially when you play thousands of games. So let's say if you play a lot of the game and you play 5,000 games, even if you are the highly elite who get around 70%, you've still lost 30% of 5,000, which is well over 1,000 games. So get ready to lose and get ready to be angry. No matter what anyone says, Rocket League Rumble mode with your friends will always be hilarious and a good time. Even if you're having a bad day, it will be tilting if you put stuff on the line, but if you just play it for fun to have a good time with a load of mates, maybe if you get a group of 8 of you to play Rumble together, it's always a good time. Not every Rocketeer is good. Now, one thing I noticed from when I started the game and from watching other people start the game after me is that when you first start, you don't necessarily look at rank. You might not even have a grasping of how the ranking system works because you're just unranked. So what do you look at? You look at the level, because the level describes your skill essentially in the way it's worded. It doesn't tell you how good you are, bear with me, but the starter players have Rookie, and the further down the levels you get, or up the levels you get, you become Rocketeer, implying that if you're a Rocketeer, you are better than everyone below you. Well, spoiler alert to the new players, that's not true. One, there were XP glitches, some that still work today, that can boost your level massively, so people can just get Rocketeer just like in a day or two. And two, sometimes Rocketeers just play the game a lot. You get experience points for losing, so let's say you play 50,000 Rocket League games and lose them all, you could be Rocketeer for that. So bear that in mind. This one is in regard to trading. Now, there are no official prices for items. There are websites that give you a rough estimation as to what the community has valued items at, but you don't have to be dictated by them. You can set your own seller preferences for items. If someone says an item's worth 50 keys, but you're not going to sell it for 7 unless someone pays 75 because you really like it, then by all means price it that way. It's your item. It's up to you to price it how you like and to come up with something that both you and the buyer are happy to do. You will never run out of anything to do, whether that's trying to complete every single training thing 100% or playing different modes or using the vast amount of different mutators to make new game modes entirely. You will never run out of things to do, and I think that's why Rocket League has stayed so fresh for me and why it's just still so fun. You don't need any items to be good at the game. You can have a completely default looking car with everything that you get at the start of the game on it, no good items, and you can still be just as good at the game as anyone else. One thing I really like about Rocket League is that they are all, what's the word? Cosmetic. The items are all cosmetic. They don't improve your in-game play at all. I mean, the DLC cars, if you do have to buy them, such as the Batmobile, you could argue that could give you a game advantage because it's a long car, so if you buy it, same with the Ice Charger, you can only get that length if you buy it. But the items themselves, like decals, wheels, boosts, all that, it has no effect on the gameplay. So don't worry. Although in regards to getting items, if that's what you're about, you don't need to spend any money to get a very good inventory or even hundreds of keys, because at the end of some games you get dropped items. Sometimes they're painted, sometimes they're decent. You've seen series on YouTube perhaps from nothing to something, and it genuinely is possible. You could get an item worth maybe 1 or 2 keys after a game, sell it for that, and then just keep going from there. You could open a lucky crate. It's always possible to get items without spending any money. It just might take you a bit longer. The best way to learn and improve at the game is 1, to practice over and over and over again, and 2, is to watch other players, whether that's on YouTube, whether that's on Twitch, whether that's watching the Rocket League Championships or watching Rocket League tutorials. There's always ways to improve, so just keep playing the game and make sure that you keep enjoying it. It's okay to blame psionics every now and again. We all do. Sometimes you're having a bad day, you might hit every single post and the bar with one shot, and I think it's safe to say at that point, you can blame psionics. Although they're really nothing to do with it, you can just assign them the blame and no one will think differently of you. If you hit every single post, I think people will accept you blaming psionics for that misfortune. It's okay to do that, especially before they patched their posts and they were like a brick wall. That's when you can blame psionics. You might feel really in form, on top of your game, but sometimes all it takes is a day or maybe even less time just not playing the game to feel worse than you ever have. It doesn't take long to become out of practice, so keep practicing if you want to maintain a good streak. Whether you have taken a break from Rocket League or whether you're playing every single day, it is unlikely, I would say, to solo queue in either doubles or threes and find a partner that you really gel with. They might be good. I'm not saying that. They might be good. They might be better than you are. But in doubles and standard, you do need a partner that you work well with. If your playstyles don't match, it'll be difficult. So don't solo queue into ranked games expecting to find the godly teammate. It's very unlikely. And the final thing on the list that you should know is that there are ways to find teammates that you do gel with, such as the app Gamerlink, like I said at the start of this video. So I just want to say thank you once again, Gamerlink, for sponsoring this video. You guys can check them out in the link in the description. Install the app, add me as a friend, why not? And you can definitely find some some better teammates than you would if you solo queued in ranked matches. But that does it. I hope this helped you out. 20 things you should know before playing Rocket League. If you know someone that's just about to get the game, maybe send them this video. Give them an idea as to what they're getting into. If you did enjoy it and want to see more videos like this, then be sure to leave a like on the video. Subscribe today to join the Pixel Army. I've been Pixel. You have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next video very soon.